Back to the Crooked River and Eastern Railroad version 2.0. I decided to go live today just because I'm off and I'm working on the climb. So I'm going to kind of try to set this camera up so we can see something. Alright. I don't know who's available, who's in here, anybody, nobody right now. But what I'm going to do is I am going to be working on finishing the climb here, the end of the climb. As you guys know, I think I mentioned that Darren from B&H Railroad sent me the Woodland Scenics risers that he had left over. And Waikiki Dine Sanity. Sorry if I botched that up. How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming in. Hi, Angela. Thanks for stopping in. Hopefully a quick video. I didn't know. I was going to do some work here on the climb. I put the Woodland Scenics risers in here. So I'm going to cut some track to fit. And then I'm going to, do some plaster cloth on top of the risers, lay the track in. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the track first. Then I want to test it. And then I'll plaster cloth because it will be too wet to actually lay track down. So forgive me, it's going to probably get loud because I'm going to be using the Dremel to cut some rail. So I'm going to try to make it so you can see what I'm doing. I don't know how well that'll work, but I'm going to reposition this. So I'm going to cut this here. Zoom in there. So I marked it. I'm going to cut there. And I'm going to cut here. I'm going to leave it like offset like that because I'm coming out of a curve. And my curves, guys, a lot of guys will do this. I'm probably not anything special here, but in the curve, now don't judge my soldering. I'm not the best at it. I got a joint there. And then, I think there, yeah. Where'd it go? Yeah, so I offset those just by about an inch or so. I do that in all my curves. And I actually was doing it kind of coming out of the curve. Curves, I don't really leave much of a gap for expansion, but I do leave gaps. Jeez, guys, I'm not doing too good here. I do leave gaps in the straightaways. Not huge gaps, just enough for expansion in that. All right. So hi to everybody who's in here. Looks like there's about 8 people here. Appreciate you guys stopping in. May or may not be an exciting video, just something to do today. Hey there. Heath, how you doing? Oh man, I can't do any work now. Heath's in the house. This is not going to go well. So let me do this. So I'm going to be working, so I won't be really paying attention to you guys. Sorry about that. I'm going to try to get this out of the way. I don't really have cut on top of the phone, so. This was like a last minute decision, guys. I'm sorry it's not like all planned out here. I'm sure you guys are actually seeing something. Alright. Alright, so as you can see, I'm going to cut these. It's going to get loud. Apologize. find my stuff. Let's do this. Not too shabby. See how close I am. Not too bad for a rookie. Sorry guys, my camera's like tangled up in the wires. So, as you can see, there we go. Not too bad of a fit. That's on top of that one. It's pretty close. There you go. All right. So now, if I can readjust there. Get rid of one of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these little nubs off. Hold the rail in place. Slide your rail joiner and just watch your fingers. It'll be the first time I cut myself. I don't have those rail nippers. I need to really seriously get some rail nippers. I know it would make things a lot simpler to nip these off. But I've never been accused of doing anything easy. Trust me when I tell you that. Sorry, I'm putting in the way of the camera. Can't see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of cleaning that up and trying to get underneath to get all that off of there. So when you put the rail joiner on, don't really bump up the rail. Cut this one off altogether. Do that on both sides. I mean, both sides of the rail, but both sides of the joining sections. It's coming off there anyways. So here's going to come off up to this rail. Now save your sleepers, man. You can use these to fill. Fill in other areas around the layout. That slides right off. Clear this little last piece here underneath. Alright. Good. So I don't even know if anybody's even here anymore, but oh yeah. So hi everybody who's in here. Tried it before, Dwight. How come it hasn't worked before? If you're talking about this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this rail through the little clips. I don't know what else to call them. The fake looking. Let me see if it'll focus. See how you get the. Hang on, let me see if I can get a pointer. Alright, let me see where the heck's the camera. So yeah, you see how you have the little things here. So I'm going to slide the rails through those to help hold them in place and hold them down. So if you start cutting all these off, then you're going to allow your rail to want to kink, especially on your curves. That's why just take your time with the curves, kind of set them up in advance. That's why I kind of put those sweep sticks in there, which I didn't use last time. I just dropped both my rail joiners I had in my hand. But it hold, really helped hold the shape because I use Atlas Flex. Atlas does not stay the shape like so you can flex it and then it'll go right back. It doesn't, it doesn't stay where you put it. You have to kind of pin it down or whatever. And I'm going right on top of plywood, so it's hard to pin that. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rail joiners on. Are we in the thing there? Okay. So I don't know if I'm actually blocking the picture when I'm working or not. So I'll put the rail joiner on this end. This side does not really matter. So you put it on. The other side, I'm going to put it over here. Now again, I cut those little nubs off just where the rail joiners are going to be, and the rail joiner will act as that nub, not only for conductivity, electricity, but it will hold the rails together, kind of replacing that plastic nubs that you cut off. I don't know what else to call them, fake looking bolts and tie holders or rail holders. Come on, fingers. You gotta be careful not to start put too much pressure on the rail or on the tie down. It's going to potentially remove the rail from other holders. This takes a minute. Because I'm on camera, it's taking me forever. Alright, jeez. So, now, it's fun, you're going to kind of squeeze through. And now go, you're just going to give it a chance to slide in. There we go. Alright. I'm going to try to clip this down. More of a gap there than I want. What I can do is come up from the other side a little bit, I think, and make up for some of that. But again, I do want some of a gap, just for expansion and such. If I want to test this, I'm going to try to pin these down so that it's not going to interfere with the locomotive. That's the one advantage of using like foam on top of your plywood, is you can pin everything down. Obviously, I'm not using foam in most areas on this layout. I'm going to get this side. Alright, so that side's okay there. So I'm not going to solder there. I'm not going to solder here because I did solder this joint here. So I think that'll be okay. Yeah, I could solder. Just gotta coming out of the curve. Can't even see what I'm talking about. I'm all over the place. Probably could solder here though, and up there, but I don't think I'm going to. I want to leave some kind of expansion. So I think I'm going to leave this piece of flex track not soldered together. I'll see how it goes. I do have to add another set of rail joiners here. So I had a few in. If you guys are gone, come and gone. It's okay. Again, this was like totally impromptu. I didn't really plan on doing this today. I mean, I did plan on doing this today, but not on camera. So this is already good. I don't have to cut this. Just need to do this so I can get the joiners on there. I should get one of my other X-Acto ones, but I got different types of blades that would be easier than this, but like I said, I've never been accused of doing things easy. Probably a new blade would be good too, but I just figured I'd cut my dang finger off. A new blade. I'm probably making it look harder than it is, guys. In all honesty. Everybody's having a good Thursday morning. Because it's still morning out, I don't know, depending where you're at. Come on. Got that side, I missed this side. Same thing, I slid it through the little sleepers. The little bolt heads on the sleepers. And you want to center make sure that your rail joiner is pretty centered, so you get equal protection. We're going to call it equal grab on there. So sorry to make you sick. Oh yeah, right here's one. See, I got it pretty well split equal. Hey, Pappy, what's going on, buddy? And then there's the other one. I mean, this isn't rocket science, guys. Just figured to give it a shot. What was in here? I don't know how to see who's in here on this, man. I'm on my phone, so I don't know. Anyways, again, nothing exciting. Just figured I'd do this live since I'm home and not doing anything else. There's one gap in here. There's a little bit of a gap. I don't like that. I don't mind a gap. That one's too big. I'm going to split the difference here. throw a couple pins down here on this curve here, so I can pull the sweepsticks out and then it'll hold its shape. At least in theory. That's my hope. This here, I just want to kind of give this a little run, just to test to make sure that the what do you call it? It's okay. The slope, the incline is not any weird dips and things in it. It doesn't look like it does. I think I'm not gonna really know until I run something on it. So do that. Just want to make sure I put enough pins in here so it don't pop out of shape. And the next one I'll put it back where I had it. Should be good enough. Set up over here. Anybody still with me here? So I just generically hooked up the power cab over there to track with a couple alligator clips. I did run some bus line around, but I do have to do some, I gotta figure out what I want to do, like my blocks. I gotta get some circuit protection, things like that, figure all that out before I can really wire this thing up. So, you know, that's what it's going to be for now. I still have my 1776 up there from the other day. My power cable up here. All right. That over there. Reverse. Yeah, I just want to test the track, make sure this is going to work out okay before I move on to actually putting plaster cloth down and all that. That should probably help if I got the locomotive in the picture, huh? Yeah, I'm not a Helix guy either. Yeah, that hit a pin. Hey, Jason. Thanks, man. Thanks all you guys. Hillbilly Railroad, Joe Raider, Crazy Mountain Eastern Railway, Anfield. Thanks for jumping in here, man. Like I said, just kind of like a very impromptu thing. Let's go forward and see how. I want to get down more at level here. Hang on a second. What I'm looking to see is if there's now, keep in mind the track isn't glued down, but I want to see if there's any major dips or anything, because what ended up happening was Darren from B&H, as you guys know, he's an awesome guy, good friend of mine. He had all these Woodland Scenics. Let me turn this thing down. All these Woodland Scenics risers, but they were 3s and 4%. I'm going with 2%. But you know, I was able to get it pretty close to 2% as far as I could tell. I had to do some different shimming and kind of stretch it out and that, but hey, you know, it's okay. So that's what I'm saying. I want to I'm going to bring this back a little bit and just kind of run through the camera, see if I could tell if there's anything dipping and looking funny. All right, let's take a little run here. I'm going to go a little slower just because I want to be able to see. I mean, so far it don't look like there's any. Maybe it's there. I shim a little bit. Not there, it's coming up. Possibly right there. So maybe a little dip in the riser. That don't look bad. I had that one it hit. Thanks, Joe. I want to see here too. Make sure it's not like a hump or anything there. Think it looks okay. Forever DC 302. Hey, you know, that's a funny thing. I just ordered a ton of ballast from that Michaels. They had I ordered like 11 bags, 10 bags. There's smaller bags, but they had them on sale. They on clearance for, I paid like $5.50 a bag or something like that, but maybe it wasn't the best deal. But I thought it was good enough. I was able to use the 20% coupon because Michaels had a 20%, where, what do you call it, used to have, oh, hey, Wilmer's in there? Used to have the 40% at Hobby Lobby. They don't have that anymore. Oops, sorry. Bring that back up. All right, so I think it was a success. I don't know if you guys have an opinion on it or not, but if you guys saw anything odd on that, so I can run it back through again. I know it's not the most exciting feed here, but this is what I'm doing today. I'm trying to get this tested enough to, you know, move forward with this stuff. Thanks, Hillbilly Railroad. I feel like it is too. As much as I want to rush through and get to just really running trains and running all the way around, and you know, I just really need to make sure I'm doing it right and there's no real rush. Just a couple cars, okay. Do that. Do I want to run today? Too much crap all over the place. I can't. Lost the train. I got too much stuff laying around. I'm trying to make room here. Alright, let's stop that. Everything's still in boxes, guys. Still in boxes. Let's try some auto racks. Nice long cars to make sure it's curves looking good there. Some of my graffitiing there. I might need a couple, to be honest with you. Some weathering. Try to put them on the track. I've been in boxes for so long. I feel like that'll do for now. What you think? See how it looks around the curve there. There's 28 on the curve, but I don't think it looks too bad. What do you think? I can hear him hitting those little clips. Hey, Tony. I can hear him hitting those little pins. I must not have got the heads down far enough. That's what we're looking at right here. Ooh, boy, that's a little much, huh? Yeah, buddy, I don't like that. Okay, that's gonna have to be fixed. I think that's a little bit too much there. See, the coupler's all kind of really getting off. Okay, so I'm gonna have to shave that down. Maybe bring this piece of wood down a little bit. I'm gonna still kind of put it in with an L bracket anyways. Let me shave this down some here. Because it don't look bad till you try to run it through there. And let's do that again. I didn't like the way that looked at all. Yeah, I think you're right, Pappy. You can see it when it's going over. You can see the couplers really kind of separating. I'm trying to zoom in there. See that? See how they're kind of. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay, well, that's why I'm doing this. And I'm glad you guys are in here to see it too, because that'll definitely end up being a potential problem when I have cars running all the way down into oblivion. And well cars possibly would, these are bad enough, the well cars might even bottom out on that. So I could try a couple of those maybe. Let's do that. Yeah, even though I know I have to fix that. I'm gonna pull out let's pull out a 5-pack of them or something. Let's try these. I love well cars, intermodal stuff, but they are very fickle, in my opinion. Move those weights in. All right, let's see what that does. It might be worse. I don't quite bottom out, but it's close. Hey, Chesco. Pretty darn sweet though. I gotta fix that up a little bit. I think that foam got a little bit higher than the wood. I just need to maybe cut this little bit of a, kind of cut it in there, straight off maybe. Still fun to watch. Yeah, like I said, that's why I wanted to go ahead and do this, and I'm glad I did it live this way. Like I said, I get you. Plywood looks lower. Yeah, it does. So I need to kind of shave that foam down right there. Get myself a razor knife and do that. And I'll let you guys watch this thing go around. Let me move it in a better spot for you while I find a blade. Somewhere I got a blade. Got too much crap laying around. That's way down there. Creeping along. I got it at like 20 speed steps, nothing crazy. I'd like to eventually see how many I could pull up there with one locomotive. Level 8 on the grade and see how low the plywood is. Yeah. Hi, Otter. Bye, Otter. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm not really watching the chat, guys. And I just thought I'd bring you guys in while I was doing some goofing around here. Trying to get something accomplished today. I definitely look forward to the day I can just kind of run them and enjoy them. And soon enough. I mean, everything else was pretty smooth. Like the transition I had up at the top was not doing anything like that. It was really smooth. So it was good. I might actually be running out of juice here. Because I don't have any feeders or anything, so either that or I just got some dirty track going on, which is possible. Some of this is older track. It was painted and stuff and not all new track, so it could be a combination. Yeah, I'm thinking the incline. Yeah, see, I think I just died. I ran out of juice. Too far without any feeders. Just head back down, I guess. I'll let that do its thing. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and shut that down because I'm gonna be messing around with that foam. I don't need to be shorting anything out with this razor knife, if you know what I mean. Sorry guys, I'm kind of carrying you guys around on a tripod, so that's why you're all over the place. So I do agree that this is higher. I really did get kind of off there. I wonder if it's got a hot glue that comes. I wonder if the hot glue was like it raised it up that little bit, kind of threw it off. You know what I mean? Bet you that's what happened. This is one of those hot knives that come in handy. Foam knives. Wire cutter things. Wire foam cutters. Let me do this again. See if that got it any better. So I'm putting it away the camera. I'm just pinning it back down enough so that it's not bouncing. Same one again. I think that was the only issue that I noticed. Maybe the wood might be a little higher than the foam this time. Let me hook this power back up and we'll go again. All right, just gonna run her backwards quickly. Comes up and down pretty good though, guys. I'm pretty happy with the climb itself. Curves came out real smooth. You see the passing siding here. On the inside's the passing side. I'm sorry, on the inside there. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Yeah, Hillbilly Railroad. I also, for me, I just didn't know if I had the skill. Number one, I know Wilmer yells at me when I say that all the time. To do a helix, I see what Sparky's going through with his helix. It has to be so perfect. Jason Wood, and I can't pronounce the name, Escarpment Railroad, did a great job on his. I think he has a couple, 2 or 3 helixes actually. Ron's Trains and Things has done a great helix. All right, I'm gonna slow her down. I'm gonna put it right here where we were at. I'm gonna slow this down. Actually, I'm gonna emergency stop it. So I'm gonna head over that really slowly to see if that fixed anything. Yeah, Tony, it sure can. I mean, not that this was like a surefire not gonna cause any headaches. It was a lot of math for me, like just trying to make sure I got things level. That looks a lot more level to me. We'll see what happens when the couplers go. I'm gonna get down on a knee here, propose to it. Pray to the train gods that that's better. See what you guys think. Appreciate the help today, guys. Sometimes several eyes are better than one. There's no couplers on these things, really. It's really the coupler. That's where I was able to tell the most on those auto racks. Maybe we'll throw those on there again, because they're nice and long, and then you have that stretch between the couplers. Because, obviously you don't want your couplers riding up and down inside the pocket. Man, that look good. Yeah, someone got to make some money. Hey, Jack. Man, I don't think you ever shut that railroad down in years, man. It's a beautiful thing. I'll get there one of these days. I'm going to get back to running. I'm going to get into some of these switching things you do. And it's been a little tough without having a layout to compete in some of this. Not compete, but participate is the word I'm looking for. In some of these challenges and things that have been going on. Thanks, Crazy Mountain Eastern Railway. I think that looked a lot better. I'm going to go ahead and put those auto racks back on there and see if there's a difference there. So stand by. All right, let's do this. Well, I missed my trains, I gotta tell you. It's been nice being able to do some running though. It hasn't been much, but it's at least this. My racks are all like Walders. I don't have any of the nice fancy ones from Scale Trains or Air Mountain, Atlas. These are all kits that, and the coupler's gotta get changed out. It's gonna be a little nuts. I have about 20, 18, 19, something like that. I have to count them. auto racks, and they are all welders, either kits. I do have a couple that were ready to runs in here, ready to roll, but I'm gonna go a little bit slower just because I want to make sure when we get it back over here. Alright. Sorry guys, let me just bring this down kind of to level there. So, yeah, Jack's got a lot done on his layout. Better zoomed in or out, I don't know. Jack, I got all 28s. With the room and everything, the way it's set up. A little bit. Yeah, shit. Yeah. So, I wonder if I need to bring the wood down or what? Let's see if I press that down some. Because I got a bracket here, but I don't have anything under the very end there. All right. So that was not great. All right, what's your thoughts on that stuff? Check those auto racks on that curve. Check them on a curve, what do you mean? They too tight? Can't really get much of a... Oh, sorry, I was trying to rotate the camera, but it don't want to let me. I had them running the other night, they were working pretty good. The auto racks. All right, guys, take some advice. I don't know what the thought is here. Afraid those couplers end up coming loose there. You know, because they're kind of... Hey, David Z2G. First three risers look too high. These three here. Back down the line. Dwight, what do you mean, back down the line? See how close? See how close it is to the track? See what is close? Let me go back here. First three risers look too high. Trim the phone back further. The middle of the cars. Okay. This is the track. All right, let me stop these here. All right, so you guys are saying I should go demands on it. There's a hump on the riser now. Run a string line from the curve to the top. Show any problems. So I'm trying to read this. So you're saying I should come back two or three risers? foam risers. Like back in here, trim it down more, like angle it down more. Okay, I can give that a shot. And what can it hurt? I mean, I have more risers. Worst case, I tear them out and redo them, right? Just back in there. See if I can find a more dull blade. Watch out when I'm kinking that. I thought this was going to be easier with these things than to use the wood. Just stuff with the wood itself, which I've been doing. Cheap ass blades. Oh, that was smart. I don't know, maybe? It's rough on the knees, but. There's the rail joiner somewhere. Alright, let's see if that helped any. It's back down again. Behind the back corner there. Well, let's see if it did any good. Oh, I got the tracks in there. Well, I had them, but if everybody's in there still or not. All right, let's try it again. Boy. I mean, look at it. To me, it don't look bad until you start running over top of it. And you start getting your couplers acting on. That didn't do bad on the engine. A little bit there still. Oh, which thoughts? Bye forever, bye forever. Don't leave me forever. Pappy, you think that was better? Hey, Forever DC 302, thanks for stopping in. Big difference. Oh, yeah, looks a lot better. Gotta go. You know, David Z to G, that ain't a bad idea, man. Bread knife. I'm gonna run it backwards through there now, guys, see if it's any better or worse. Again, I do appreciate you guys hanging in here. I know it's been kind of long and boring, but looks good in the middle of the car too. Good. I believe these are the longest cars I have, is the auto racks. Mine have one 53-foot well car. Most of mine are 48s, or they're like these articulated ones. They don't look too bad there. Oh yeah. This going down, it looks good. They stay pretty. I mean, you're gonna get a little bit up and down, you know? But that was a little bit too much before. I think the Beast has more clearance. Yeah. I'm trying to think if I have anything lower. Other than the well cars are pretty low. Let's see, I have a couple of grain cars ought to be fine. Coal cars ought to be fine. Let's see, let me pull this thing out. But I don't think that'll be any worse than, I have one of these. I don't think that'll do any worse than the well cars. We'll try it out just because, why not? Alright, I'm trying to think what else I may have that might be as long or longer. Yeah, let's try a couple of these old heavyweights. I don't run these much at all. Oops, I think I shorted it out. Sorry. I guarantee these are going to do well. These aren't even, these couplers aren't even to height on those heavyweights. I'm just going to throw one on. See if it makes a difference. Look pretty good. You know, just like, what the hell, Dave? You guys won't be able to tell because I didn't put it in the camera. What do you think of that graffiti I did on that auto rack? I'm pretty proud of that one. Rock and roll. I just kind of copied that off of a photo I saw. These may not do too good. These couplers aren't even lined up. I gotta do some work on those passenger cars. I only have a few. Those are Bachmann Spectrums, actually. That one there, I have another one. Yeah. Dwight, I think you're right. I think I got it. You guys have eagle eyes and help me out, and I appreciate that. So. I just want to run trains, damn it. I don't even want to do any work. Let's bring this back out a little bit. One more quick look over there just to make sure. Well, I was just gonna do it to the foam, Pappy. Yeah, I have another L bracket I'm gonna put up on the wall. Make sure that don't go anywhere. I have one. Yeah, but I think we got that pretty well now. I have one right there, but I'm gonna put another one right there too, just to make sure that it does not go anywhere. Because that would be not good. Nothing worse, as you guys know, nothing worse than you doing all this work and then next thing you know, you got trains derailing constantly because you didn't take your time to do something right and you rushed it because it was annoying. Believe me, I've been there, done it. One reason why I don't have a layout at the moment, like don't have the layout I had, because thanks, Joe. I think so too. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just decided it was, I don't know, too hard to do it right. But I guess it's easier to tear it all down and start over, right? How much sense that makes? Not a whole lot. So, those are dusty. What else I got here? There's some more up there. He said, no, I just want to play. One, two, three, four, five, 15 on racks. I thought I had more than that. Just 15. I'm packed in there so tight. Jeez. Dummy. Lost my touch. Get him on the track. Let's see how this goes. Some of these have, I have to go through and do some couple of work on these, I think. Because they're all, this year's probably going to come uncoupled there. That's an oddball height. Always kind of had trouble with these damn things. So, catching the lunchtime local. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging in. Watching the lunchtime local. I think these may uncouple right here. Oh boy, that's barely hanging on. I gotta fix the heights on some of these. Like I said, that's one of those things you gotta make sure is correct. That goes without saying. Let's run into the siding. Sometimes I like the noise, sometimes I don't. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Bracket to the level of the 6th riser. Lower to the white bracket to the level of the 6th riser. That's why you go up and down between those 2 points on the track. Just a thought. I think for right now I'm going to leave it be. Once I throw the where you hook that card on, look like a dip. Go back down. Wait. Go back down where, Dwight? Back over that same spot? All right, Joe, thanks for stopping in, bud. Back down the riser, people are noticing a dip. Back down on the, talking about the, where I've been working on the riser, this here. Go further down, not at the wood. The beginning of the foam, way back down. Down in this area somewhere. It's possible. Like I said, I had to kind of wing it on this stuff. I'm going to drop this camera down level. Beginning of the foam, back more. All right, let me get some of this out of the way. Now keep in mind, guys, the track isn't like tacked down, so I don't know, maybe we're seeing a dip that way too. And it's just, yeah, it's kind of tacked down, but not further down. Problem is I'm going to run out of track here. All right, let's see. Back more. That's the end of the line, man. Can't go back any further. There's definitely a dip back here. Let's see. Should take the dang thing off the stand. That'll be a little easier to not. You know, the coupler there is off for sure. But that's a coupler. That's what I was talking about a little bit ago. Stand at the end and look around the curve. I think there's a dip there. Right here, maybe. Talking about right in this area. Right there. Hey, Chris. This might be something here, but this is kind of like where I shimmed this up there a little bit. Maybe I got too fat of a shim in there. So needs a little shim there, maybe. Like I said, I was trying to get, use 3%, and by flip-flopping them and wedging them in together, trying to make them work. Like I said, Darren was super generous to help me out, and he just sent these to me. He didn't need them, and no reason not to make them work. I'm just cheap enough to make them work. I need to pick up some NS stuff. I'm not a big NS fan, but every one of these railroads runs each other's things, cars and stuff. So, like this Southern Pacific, I need to maybe it's TTGX or, anyway, chassis. These aren't modern necessarily. I could patch them or something, But still a chassis fan, and just I'm not running that old of stuff. But I do have it in case I get the bug. I don't want to sell it or anything. But I don't think that's going to work. I think I need to. Yeah, that's good. I agree, Pappy. Could tweak it a little bit as I go. I think the rest of it's pretty good. I didn't really notice anything as it was traveling. It was just that transition there at the top that was the issue that I saw. But I do appreciate everybody else's eyeballs. Yeah, I just, with those ES44s that Scale Trains are just now billing for, I have a Canadian National on order. I do see some of them up this way in Cleveland. Obviously we do have Norfolk Southern up here. Like I said, just never been a huge fan. Not that I dislike them, I don't hate them or nothing. Get all kinds of auto racks out here, CN, GT, NS. I got a Grand Trunk, it's a blue one. KCS, I don't have any of those. Ferromax, I don't have any. I thought I saw a dip. So Dwight, did you still see the dip on the ride back through or no? What'd you say, Pappy? You had to retract the message. What are you saying? Behave yourself. Yeah, like I said, I don't really have anything against Norfolk Southern. I'm a CSX fan, and that's basically what I've concentrated on. I wouldn't mind getting I do have a couple Union Pacifics, but they're specialty units. It's the George Bush 4141 and then the 1943 Spirit of the 1943 or whatever it's called. They're a veterans unit. I've thought about getting, stuff ain't cheap, you know that, guys. So, all right, Jerry, man, I appreciate you stopping in. Oh, you guys, I appreciate it. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go with this. I think now that I've pretty much got that, I'm pretty happy with that, maybe I will go ahead and prepare some, plaster cloth and put it down. I'm going to put that angle bracket up too. Stand closer to your swing gate and look from that angle around the corner of the wall. All right, let me take the camera with me. Sometimes you see stuff through the camera you don't see with your eye. See how close I can get in there. Not too close. Hang on. See the track. Well, this cutting it. This will be more straight through here. I think I got a pretty, like the curve itself, I think is pretty good there. All this stuff in the way now. Kind of hard to see. See if I see any dips or anything just by looking. And I got something like right, oh, damn it. Maybe some right in that general area there, but I think that's where I shimmed. So maybe I'll put another little shim under that. Just so when I do finally secure it down, it doesn't, on the foam, I'll probably glue it down. Up on the plywood, I used nails, track nails. I don't remember who asked me that, Dwight. See, I'll glue it down on this stuff. I guess I could just pin it. Norfolk Southern Operation Lifesaver. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think that's what I would probably do if I go with any Norfolk Southern. I probably would go with some of their, maybe a Heritage unit or something along those lines. Just because I think those are pretty cool. I think CSX is a bunch of fools for not doing any of them. So, I don't know. That's what I was talking about. That spot. What spot? The one I said needed a shim in it. Right in. Where the hell did it go now? Right there, I think. Right there. Hey, Steve. Right in here. Probably use a little shim in there. So. Let's see what I can make happen here. And a starter piece. I think once it's glued down, it won't dip. Right now, it's just kind of pinned, maybe right there. just to see if holding down pins will. All right, what's that look like? Any better? Is that what you were talking about, Dwight? I mean, obviously, it's got a little hole there, but right there. But there's a shimmer there. Just it was kind of somewhat broken. Well, I don't know. I think I think I just need to kind of leave it as is for now. I mean, if I'm looking right down there, look at this. See what you think. Let's see. Not that. Right there. Kind of looks like some waviness going on, don't it? I think once I get the plaster cloth on, it'll be easier to tell probably, huh? Can you look at that? It looks looks a little wavy in there, right in that spot there. Just behind the green auto rack. But I didn't notice anything when it was running. That it was doing anything funky. That does look like a big dip there, huh? Maybe this up too much. Go across it. Move the camera, get closer there. And get on it like a straight on shot. Yeah. Right in there. All right, I gotta figure out what to do there. Okay, so how am I gonna fix that? Problem is, I don't want to go too far because then I'm going to end up with a hump over there. You're trying to fix it, then you make it worse. I got all these little shims. These are like part of the starter set. Now I got this big gap under here. Ah. Hey there, Tyler. All right. I don't know, did that fix it or made it worse over here now? Can you see that? See, now it's up. Now I'm gonna take that down. I'm gonna end up with a gap there, so I'm gonna put a shim or something in there. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. These shims get thick pretty quick. I mean, these risers, they go from pretty narrow to pretty thick pretty quickly. So, pin that back down to see what happens. If that did any good or not, if it made it worse. Look at all got no fingernails. I put these things up. Well, they ain't even touching anything there. I don't care how pretty it looks as long as it's, I mean, I'd be covered with cloth. You're making a home. God damn it. Hey, Randall. Does that make it worse? Can't follow this yet and do everything and do that too. So you think I made a hump there, huh, Dwight? Huh, Pappy, you wish. Well, I guess I'll run it by there and see what happens. There ain't even nothing touching underneath there. I feel like it's running smoothly over it. Zoom out a bit, okay. The chat kind of goes away on the phone. So I'm not really. Let me come back the other way again. I think the original hump is gone from the wood. See you, Crazy Mountain Eastern Railway. Thanks for stopping in, man. David Zena G. You think it looks all right? Just right there, there's a gap now. But I don't think it's causing any issue. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave it as is, plaster cloth it. There's a hump there by the handle. We're right there. Slide just a smidgen to the right. Let's see. Of course, this is where I put a pin. Train's running away. Bring it back. Randall, in theory, it's 2%, give or take. That's what I'm shooting for. The grade. But I got a third piece there now. Yeah, let's see if that looks any better. I don't know. Shit. Of course, these things being up there kind of give it an optical illusion, too. I don't know, guys. I don't think that's going to cause any issues, but Derek, yeah, it's kind of frustrating on this end too for that. Well, I think I'm going to say that's okay. Let's move all this out of the way. It's kind of messing with my eyes too. I think we're good. I think what it's going to be is I'm going to go ahead and plaster cloth that and actually then I'll put the track back up and see how it goes after that. And then, kind of go from there. Good comment, 1228. 1228. What is the comment at 1228? Whooped wood is no good in my world. Right about the handle on your pliers. Slide that just a smidgen to the right. And you have a long straight edge or a string that you can run alongside the track, the bottom of the incline to the top. I have a 4-foot level somewhere around there. There's a dip there, huh? Hey, Anthony. Yeah, I can see where there's a dip on that 4 foot level. I mean, but let's flip this upside down. Well, it's gonna work now because there's track on there. But yeah, I turned the power off, guys. Off of the, what do you call it there? Okay. So that's a 1/2 inch block. That's an inch block there. Give it a 4 foot run. That's kind of what I was going off of when I was doing this 2%. It's pretty damn close. Maybe a tiny bit off for a 2%. I know we're just trying to find the dips, but that's basically how I did things to get my 2%. I have a 2 foot level, I have a 1/2 inch block on one end, that would go every 2 feet. Then this is a 4 foot level, that would go every 4 feet. It is, from what I've been told, is pretty close to being a 2%. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a mathematician, I'm terrible at this stuff. That's why one of the main reasons I didn't want to build a helix. So, like I said, I think I'm going to go with it simply because I don't feel like it was causing any issue really. I didn't notice any coupler issues in that area. You know, like we had noticed earlier on the wood transition, foam wood transition. Place the what? Place the center of the level at the wood foam transition. You may still have a seesaw effect. That long one? Yeah, close enough for government work. Yeah, I say that all the time. Hey, Rick. All right, Derek, is that where you want me to run the string? Is that what you're talking about? Looks like in the string itself, it looks like it's sagging. yellow string. I have this string. Breaking stuff now. Pass the wood. You would say that. Turn it. I got one somewhere, I think. Not in here though. Nah, it's probably out in the garage somewhere. I think I put it away after I got done running lines for the flooring. Eh, had a couple of dips there we were trying to figure out, Rick. And I think I got them mostly out of there, but I don't know. Humps and bumps, that's a good way of putting it, Pappy. Further to the left. Weird all dips. Speak for yourself there, Rick. Speak for yourself. No, we're looking at the risers, I think, mostly, Anthony. Because I had to kind of wing it. I was going to buy just a 2% riser kit. And then I got these from Darren. And they're 3s and 4s. So I was kind of trying to make them work. I think for the most part they're working. I just got a couple spots here and there. Transition size. Okay, that's a good idea. Kind of hard with that being on a curve, though. kind of doing it the right way. You want it in like the side of it. So it goes along the front edge. It doesn't matter. Send it to the wall if you have to. Down to that angle. You said I should take the wood, or take this all the way over. It's out of the way. You think I got a seesaw effect in here? He's on a track now. I think it's a little better if I pull that wood down. Where's that seesaw effect comes? Hey, James. So you say I should pull that wood down, David? Z to G? Like the wood needs to come down? I get it to sit up there. It's pain in the neck. So if I should lower the other bracket or just add another bracket to try to pull it in? So lower the bracket that's there. And then maybe trim some risers back. Trim risers further down, not the ones that are already trimmed, but further down the line to the right. Hey, Jim. I was scared. Everything was working okay. I was scared to do it. Alright. It's all you guys' fault. I screwed this up and blaming y'all. Damn it. Let's move this out of the way. Watch how I destroy some. Leave it alone if your train's running. Fine over is for a typical. Does what will after you tried the phone. Alright, so should I do it or not do it? That's exciting, Randall, about the new scout trains. So, I mean, I haven't really had any issues. I think we fixed basically the issue there, but I see what you're saying, though. To move that one down a tad. From before the bracket to about the 6th riser. Probably only a quarter inch. I don't know, it seemed like a long. Before. Hey, you want me to run it along the side like I've been doing, or up on the top of it? Derek's correct. What's Derek? Derek's correct. What's Derek saying? Quarter inch. See you, Anthony. Next to it first, then remove the over. Should I put it like right next to it, you think? I'm not gonna get in there with a bracket, to be honest with you. Two. You said I should come down at that, huh? Can't see that. Can't read it and watch what I'm doing. So it's a different size bracket, but I don't think that really matters. Different length. that out of my way a little bit. I don't know how far to come down with that, to be honest with you. Problem is, I won't be able to screw through that thing. Through here, I'll never get the screw through there. And the best thing I'm going to do is be able to drop that one down, because I won't be able to screw up through here. Like from underneath into that, I don't have enough room. Hey Joe, this is me being, I don't know what. I don't know how to get that to work though. Put a new hole in the bracket, Jim? I don't know if I have any metal bits to do that. Down 1/4 inch? The bracket down 1/4 inch? It's a long way to drop the bracket. That in there. I don't know, man, you guys are scaring me. Scaring me. Do I have any metal bits? I don't think I do. Problem is I can't drill underneath here because I can't fit a drill. I'm going to take this board off. This is already secured down to it. And a pinch there, pickle pinch, whatever you want to call it. I don't have a metal bit to drill a new hole in that bracket. So that must be sitting on top of the wood. There. I guess I could gouge that out back there a little bit to get a screw down. Maybe. On top of the plywood, there's not going to be anything back there anyways, it's just going to be covered with scenery. Ain't gonna work. Alright, so with that dropped, let's just run this across. See if it did any good. Does look a little more level. Alright, that's what that bracket dropped. That bracket is just sitting on the framework. Sitting on, see the plywood. So the bracket dropped down and the backside just sitting on top of that. But back there. Problem is if I try to go in that top hole, it's going to pull it back up to where it was. And then the lower hole is kind of in the way. I mean, the plywood's in the way. So I'm going to have to gouge out that plywood to get to the lower hole, I think. There was a hole there too, though, originally. I took that out when I put the plywood down. Let's see how that looks. I mean, in all honesty, I probably could just leave that as is without even putting a screw in there. It's not going anywhere. It's sitting on a solid base. Oh, I do agree though, it does look smoother. Those couplers aren't moving at all over there. I don't see any issue with them anywhere else around. So David Z to G, do you think that I should leave it as that, like that? With that bracket drop down? See, it looks better, Pappy? It's better. Run the string. All right, damn it. Am I running this damn string through now? Because I can always put some glue or something around that hole or something for that bracket. Some, what do you call it in there, resin or something. And then re-drill it out if I had to, or just use that to hold it in place. It's not going to go anywhere, honestly. All right, where am I running this string? Looks great. It looks it's working well. Joe, yes, it was. Much better. Derek, where am I running this string to? Let's see. Things get messy quick, man. It's amazing how just do one little thing and next thing you know, everything's a mess. I'm gonna sag it. You bastard. Ain't right. That's true, Pappy. I could do that too with a piece of wood block. I think I'm gonna leave it as is, guys. I'm going to throw up the. Yeah, I don't know if I might have some wood tees. I don't golf much anymore. I still have my old golf bag. I might have a couple tees in there. It's a good idea, though. I mean, I would feel better if I had it actually screwed into the wall and not just sitting there like that. hate to try to glue it or something, you know what I mean? Because then if I ever had to remove it, it'd be like a lot harder to do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with it though. See, now I feel like I got a hell of a dip right there. Son of a bitch. But I tell you, it didn't look bad when it was running. Go tricks. Slide hump where, Jim? Over here where this wood meets the foam, or down the line to the right more? Because originally we had trouble there, then we got that a little better. I think it's even better now. And we were playing around down there before you got in here. Down in this general area here, I did some shimming. I still feel like there's a hump like right in there. I don't know if it's the string line making it look that way. Push the board down in the transition. And the board's, that bracket's down as far as it's gonna go. I could bring the board a little bit further down, but again, I can't screw underneath it to pull it down tight. It's those shims. Should I take those shims out? Damn string out of the way. So I'm happy with this. I think this is fine now. And again, I know it's probably not necessarily going to be perfect, but these shims here, look at the hole where the screw was in the bracket. Well, it did drop because it was up here. See that or not? It was up there like that, and the hole pretty much centered. And when I took the screw out, it dropped like that. I can do that too. I can probably drill up from underneath too for a wood pillar. But here again, I don't necessarily think this has to draw down any. I mean, it's flush. I mean, I guess maybe we don't want it flush. We want it to be going down. No, I agree, Derek. It's 100%. That's why I'm doing this, to get it right. You know what I mean? I just get frustrated because I feel like I fix one thing and then the next thing, like it makes something else out of whack. So it's frustrating is all. Yeah, he snuck in here early. I don't know if he's still in here or if he took off. Caused trouble and ran. Bring that down a little. Trim this down some more. Yeah, we're going on 160 minutes here. Well, it's, it's too tall. I have to go out in the garage and find something. Creates. Oh, Joey, 100% it has to do with my math skills. 100%. It rises quick if you look at the two vertical boards on the wall. Oh, these here? I mean, you're probably right, because I never did really finish. Like, I think my original plan was to take this further out, and then I decided to go with these risers. Like when I did the upper deck, I just kind of cut the plywood so that I can, let that kind of bend on its own. Should have cut that longer so I could have more of a, like go to the next, like should have cut it so this would have went to the next, what do you call it, bracket, and then end up putting a bracket there because I decided to go with this stuff. But I didn't do that, obviously. Well, I think I'm going to end this for now. I need to see about cutting. I think I might try that idea with the wood pillar. See if I can get one, and I can, glue it down or screw up from underneath into it, and then screw down from the top into the pillar. Pull that down. What am I sanding? The wood? Where am I sanding? I mean, maybe the plywood is a little warped. I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you what. Don't even get me started on that. Where I'm at is $53 a sheet for this stuff. 15, 30 seconds. So it ain't even the heavy stuff. And I had to dig through half a pile to get 2 decent pieces the other day. So that sucks. A buddy of mine lives in Oklahoma. I got this at Home Depot. His Home Depot down there is selling the same exact plywood for $33. So for whatever reason here in Ohio and Cleveland, it's $53, $20 more. So what the hell's up with that? I have no idea. I mean, it's not like it's insulation or something. I mean, $4,000 for a sheet. Joe, you're a jerk. No, but I'm sure you're paying $4,000 for a sheet building that house. You better get an itemized bill on every piece of lumber. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take a break. Overall, I'm happy with it, though. I think it runs pretty good. All right, thanks for stopping in, Weber. Thanks to all you guys. I do appreciate the help. I mean, I think, like you said, maybe I'll step back for a minute and Go from there. What the hell time is it? It's about lunchtime. I think maybe I need to eat some lunch and then think on it. Go from there. I was just gonna do a video, and then I decided, what the heck, see if anybody's out here today. And this has been good, though. You guys have really been helping me out to get this. Yeah, no joke, Joe. Yeah, supply and demand, I guess. I don't know. Oh, all right. I'm going to end this. Thank you guys for joining in. And, yeah, David, it is hard to do this over, over this kind of thing. It's nice that we were able to help each other out in this way, but at the same time, it would be so much easier if I had a couple guys that were closer, they could just come by. And you're trying to build this all by yourself, and you're trying to hold things level. So you're clamping this, you're clamping that. And clamps are like your other set of hands. So, definitely harder. And when you run into an issue like this, it's hard sometimes to see it and think it through on your own. But, this has been helpful. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks again. Derek, it's easy for us, you're doing the work. Yeah, maybe. But I do appreciate it. That's okay, Randall. I appreciate you stopping in anyways, man. Always do. Always appreciate it. All right. I'll talk to you guys. I'm going to end this thing. All right, you too, Pappy. All right. Bye for now. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, I appreciate it, Derek. Appreciate it. So, like you said earlier, it's definitely better to do it now and get it right than to have to tear things up later because I'm having a bunch of issues. And that's what happened with the last layout, and that's what I'm trying to avoid on this one. See you, Joe. Thanks for coming in and being annoying. Nah, just kidding. Not really, but I am.